Hey, welcome back to Bob's Corner. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Barb, and I would like to bring you for a little stroll through my garden. It's August. I wasn't going to do a fall garden, but it looks like I am now. And I have things that I need to harvest for the Every Bit Counts challenge that's going on. So I'm going to do that too. So let me bring you along while I do a little bit of harvesting, a little bit of showing, and a little bit of showing off. No, not showing off. I'm just kidding. So let's get to it. This is my second planting of squash. This is one I've never done before, and I found a packet, and I believe it came from Tools, and it's a straight summer yellow squash, I believe. I'm sure there's some fancy name for this, but it's a straight squash, and I'm surprised it's doing so well. I've picked off, not this plant, I don't think I have seen any squash bugs on this plant yet, but the weather has cooled off, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I've got a really nice one right in there that I'm going to be picking probably tomorrow or at some point. I like to get it just a little bit bigger than that, just so I feel like I grew something of a decent size, you know what I mean? And there's one back there. There's a few of them coming out. So this plant is really doing well, very prolific. But then again, this is the bed that I amended. When I pulled out the garlic, I did nothing but use black cow. I didn't add any additional soil. I threw 2 bags of black cow in here and planted straight into that. So it seems to be doing good. Want to show you what the squash vine borer did. This is my 2 new squash plants that I planted back in July, hoping for a second round of squashes, and this is what ended up happening. I did see him flying around, and I tried to catch him a few times and I missed him, but this is sad. And next to that are my cucumbers. They're doing very well as also, although I went and broke one trying to get it onto a trellis, but it looks like I broke, let me see if I can find you here. There we go. Right off of here. I was trying to get it through here and I broke this part off, so I'm hoping it doesn't affect the plant. It looks like it's the tip of it, and that may have killed the plant. I don't know. I'll find out. Hopefully it will keep going, and I will not try to force it to go where it doesn't want to go. Lesson learned. When a plant has a mind of its own, just let it run how it wants to run. So these, I think I did 3 plants that are pickling cucumbers, and 3 the long ones that I don't really care for. But I had the seeds. I figured, well, let me give it a shot. I've never done a second planting of squash or cucumbers in the past, so this is a first for me, and I'm surprised. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that these are growing the way they are. And then next to that, I have approximately 8 Brussels sprouts, which I don't know how many years I've been trying to grow Brussels sprouts. I think I just need to give up, but something is keeping me from giving up. So I have 8 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe 10. Maybe 10. So I think I did 5 in one half, 5 in the other half. So 10. But let me show you when I finally started getting some decent Brussels sprouts. And this is what happens. My groundhog made a little visit, and he's lucky. He's lucky. He only got the Brussels sprouts. So okay, the chickens will get another feast. But my main concern was my cabbage heads. I have been babying my cabbage heads all year long. And if he got to these, I would have gone after that little bugger. Well, by now he's pretty fat. I wonder why. So yeah, my cabbage heads are doing nice, very nice. And I figured out, I think I know how he got into my other bed. So what I did now is I'm tucking all this covering into the bed itself, so he can't climb under the netting like he did in my other bed. So I'm just tucking this stuff in, and hopefully this will distract. And I did some scare tape as well. I did scare tape, so I'm hoping that will deter as well. We'll find out. These here on my trellis are rattlesnake beans, and they've developed the little red flowers, but nothing else. I've never grown this before. I am really not sure when to expect beans, or if I'm going to expect beans at all, because I planted them the wrong way. Yes, there is a wrong way. I used the wrong container. I used like a windowsill container because I wanted to climb the trellis here, and that definitely is not deep enough for the amount of beans that I put in here. So I'm surprised. I'm not so, see, this one looks like it's half dead, but it's still growing. It's always looked that way. And then this one is actually thriving. So maybe some of the roots went down through the holes of that planter and into the ground. I don't know, but I'll find out when it's time. And it's doing really, really well. I'm like in shock. And in the middle here is a spice tree that somebody, I think it's a spice tree or shrub. I don't know. This was given to me. Our local electric company does like a tree, I don't know, tree planting event. And this was a leftover, one of their leftover plants. And my neighbor works for the electric company and gave it to me. And I put it right there. And this is 3 years old now. Doing very well. I'm like in shock. Doing very well. I was actually hoping it would die. And it would, and it didn't. So now I'm just dealing with it. But it's very pretty. I like it. I want to show you my new purchase. I got an arch for my 2x4 bed. And this is why I ended up doing some fall planting. It's because of this. Otherwise, I would not have done it. So this kind of triggered everything for me. This is the bed that the groundhog ate all the leaves off my kohlrabi. So I cleaned it out. I put 2 bags of black cow in there. I put together my little arch here. And I have to say, I like it. Granted, I had to, you know, it says it's for 2x4, but putting the bottom, the feet on this little arch thing here, it has 2 feet and 3 holes that, you know, you can use. So I had 2 feet on each edge, and it didn't fit. So I took the feet off and I put it into the middle hole. So it only has 1 foot on each side into the bed. So this is what I'm going to do for now, but I think I can put a stake in through here and into the ground to help hold it down with more support. But I really, really like this. I am so happy that I ordered this. I got this off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if anybody's interested in checking it out. But yeah, so I ended up planting sweet peas along this edge right here, and this edge right here, hoping it climbs along this arch. And then in here I did a row of beets, and I separated it with pieces of wood just so I can keep it straight, and I put a clothespin showing what it is. So this column here is beets, this one is spinach. I'm going to try spinach for the first time, never grew it. And this one is, what does that say? Oh, romaine lettuce. So I did a row of romaine lettuce, and then the last row are the sweet peas, and same, like I said, same on this side. And I also did scare tape here. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna deal with this groundhog, but I've been looking online, and I think I may have found a product that I can spray my plants with that is safe for humans. And I'm thinking of giving it a try. We'll see. I'm also going to check out my local landscaping place, because I know they have some stuff for like deer and rabbits and stuff like that. So I'm going to see what they have as well, and if it's just easier for me to go there so I can talk to somebody as opposed to just going on Amazon and ordering it. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So yeah, this is my new purchase, and I'm like so happy. And I'm actually thinking maybe I should get 2 more of these, because I have 5 beds here, and I can do it like every other bed. I don't know, what do you guys think? So it would be this end one, then that one, and then that last one, and the 2 in between wouldn't have an arch. Look at this. I hope you can see this. That one. And then on top of that, let me get in here, move some leaves around. Maybe you can't see it. I might have to bring you in closer, but I've got this giant one right here. That is the one that I mentioned before that I'm gonna do a raffle at work. It's gonna be free. It's not gonna cost anything. I'm just gonna put names in a bag and have somebody pull a name, and whoever's name is pulled, they will get that one. And I've got some Canada crooknecks in here as well. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my volunteer broccoli plant is gone. That's why there's an empty spot in here. Groundhog had a field day, and that broccoli was doing so good. It was so big. That was another one I was babying. Maybe that's my problem. If I baby it, something will take it. And I know I have crooknecks in here that are pretty big. Somewhere in here. There it is. These are the Canada crooknecks. So I'm letting them turn into a winter squash. I've got another one back here. I think there's a couple more. I have more. Once it's time to harvest, I'm sure these leaves will die back, and then I'll be able to show you all of them that are on the ground. Monster of a plant. So here I have snacking peppers. These are the ones that I've mentioned before, that I use the seeds from the snacking peppers you buy at the grocery store. And I think some of these are ripe. Isn't that pretty? Time to pick some of them, I think. They're all turning red. I don't know, yeah, they're all like turning red, but the bag that you buy these in, they have the red, the orange, the yellow. It seems like all these are turning red. There's just a few, not many. Probably chop these up. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just roast them whole like this and use it as a side. got a little container right there sitting in my flower pot, or where my thyme is. No, my marjoram, not my thyme. It's not 100%, but I figured let me grab these before my groundhog grabs them. And I did put a little scare tape on here. I hope it works. Put a little one on here too. Stapled it to the plant. Well, not on the plant, but around the stem. I think I'll leave the rest of these on here. Well, this one's partially green and it's starting to... No, I'm going to pick them. I'm going to pick them. Oh, I've got some right here too. Oh, missed that one down here. Alright. I've got a little bit of a harvest here of sweet snacking peppers. I do have another one, a big one. I'm still letting it hang out. I'm letting it turn red. Let me show you. Here it is. Oh, there we go. Now you can see. Here it is. That's a nice size one. Oh, here's another bell pepper right there. I'm hoping he leaves it alone, but I just noticed something. He's not afraid of scare tape, because I have it here as well. So he's just doing a number. He's really having himself a good old time here on my aromas. Oh well. So I'm almost wondering, do I pick them while they're green and let them ripen in the house? I like to wait till they're at least blushing. I got a few of them already when they started to blush. But I'm afraid he's gonna completely eat all of these. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pull them. Alright, so up next, I want to get some of this basil put up. I have like a stalk here. It's that almost like a tree trunk. It really did good over here. And I've got this one here. I'll cut it down there. Trying to save some of this. I did very good with basil this year, surprisingly. Alright, so let me cut that one. That one. Apparently the groundhog doesn't mind the basil, huh? This was basil, I believe, that I started from seed. So apparently the chickens like the green tomatoes. Ladies, you're not going to fight for that green tomato? Oh, now you are, huh? Bella, what do they got? What do they have? What a good girl. She keeps them in line. So you can see right here, it's all on the ground. He's got access to all these tomatoes that are under here, but he'd rather go for the Romas. Go figure. Do I pull that pepper? I have this gut feeling I'm going to regret it if I don't. So let me pull that pepper. Get that pepper before he does. I don't know if they like peppers or not, but I'm grabbing it. If I could, it doesn't want to let go. Oh my goodness, there we go. Look at that. I'm just going to grab a few of these pear tomatoes, the pear cherries. And they're really good. They're starting to turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and start reaching in here. Throwing the bad ones to the chickens. So I'm just going to start pulling what I see is turning on here. I've been doing this every few days. Grabbing what's turning, and they're accumulating. Alright, so I got a few here, a little handful. I just noticed these right here. These are also the snacking peppers. So I'm going to grab this one. Oh, look at that. I do have an orange one, although on camera it probably looks red, but it's actually orange. So some of them, one turned orange. And check out my grandson's little scarlet runner beans. His are actually doing so much better than mine. He comes out here and checks them just about every day. His are doing wonderfully. Will he eat the beans if he gets beans? I highly doubt it. Alright, so I've got the big bow that I did take off of there because I was afraid that he's gonna find it, that groundhog. Ugh. All my little snacking peppers. I have a jalapeno here. Jalapeno. I never know how to say it. I did pull these 5 Romas off the plant before the groundhog found them. So these have been ripening on the counter for the past couple of days, maybe a week. And these are the ones I pulled today. Here's all my yellow pear cherries. I just let them ripen, and I'll go through here and see what is ready. To either, more than likely, I'll freeze them if I don't use them for salads. Got my ground cherries here that I've been collecting. I collected a couple handfuls of green beans today, and my basil. Oh, and I did not bring you along some of my rhubarb. I transplanted it, so it's starting to bounce back, and I just pulled some off just so that it notices I'm pulling it off. That's all, promote growth maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to chop these up and add them to the ones I have in the freezer. So thank you once again for joining me in Bocce's Corner. I hope to see you soon. Until next time.